Yeah.
Hey, we are live. Today is Tuesday, the 29th of May, 2018. And unfortunately, Patricia can't make it today because she's got computer issues. So she won't be on the panel. Well, hopefully she can try and get on. But today on the panel, we have Astral, who's an Englishman living in Denmark. We have Paul from Spain. And we have Kosta, who's a Greek man who lives in England. And Kosta's going to talk today about the Greek alphabet. I was just saying when we came on live that Kosta's turning into a teacher. Hi, everybody.
Hey, good evening. Hey, by the way, sorry, Kosta. I've got my little book here. Kalispera. I'm trying to learn it. It's for when I go to Crete. Kalispera. Good evening.
Kalispera, Filimon. Kalispera.
Yes. Sorry. Right. You go on and let's hear to you.
Eurovision Song Contest. We're making from every country.
There's people coming in the chat room now. I suppose I can do it now and just get it over and done with. My little bit. So I just do it now and then we'll get into Kosta, because I think when Kosta gets going, he wants to, he's written it all down, so he just wants to get going on that. But I just want to say that Oliver Ludlow came to me today, and I just wonder if everybody in the chat room got their phone so they can go to Google Translate, right? Chat room, Google Translate. Please put into your phone, I am a flat earther, and then translate it into French. In French, translate it back to English and tell me what it says, everybody. Does everybody get that? Put into Google Translate, I am a flat earther. So it translates into French into something like Je suis un fou. But then translate it from French back to English and tell me what it says in the chat room. Let's see if the chat room are listening. Just give them a couple of seconds. If everybody has got that, I will tell you if you want to know in a moment what it actually says translated back. It's a bit bizarre, really. I don't know if anybody in the chat room's done it. I'll give them just a couple of more minutes. I've told the people on the panel, so they already know what it says. Chat room. So go to your Google Translate on your phone or your computer. Type in, I am a flat earther, translate it into French. And then once you've got it in French, translate it back to English and tell me what it says.
Is there a prize for the first person who comes back with the answer?
Well, it's kind of funny, but it's kind of not funny as well. Has anybody done it? Yeah, that's it. One man and his detector has got it. I am a crazy person. Now that is Google doing that. I don't think that's very good. Do you?
No.
And I would like to say good evening to one man and his detector. I need to chat to you as well, my good friend. I'll phone you up. I'll phone you tomorrow. All right. Not you, Kosta.
Astral's making a date on the hangout. Well, anyway, we've done that now.
Yeah.
It says, translated back, I am a crazy person. I think that's most bizarre from Google, isn't it?
Well, obviously, it's to stop people going any further, isn't it? You know.
Well, Oliver Ludlow came to me today and was just telling me. Oliver Ludlow, obviously, Paul knows who he is. He's a fellow Spaniard.
Yeah, Oliver from Spain. Yeah.
I met him in Valencia. We were an hour. They both made a conference here in Valencia. The guy from Argentina, Irulanducci, and also Oliver. And it was interesting. I know all the stuff already, but it was cool to meet them. Good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a nice-looking young man, isn't he? I bet you all the girls chase him.
I think he's a bit too thin. I think.
Is he?
Yeah, his mother is a vegetarian, so he's something. I'm not sure.
He's half Spanish and half English, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
And I don't. It was. I told him to eat more. That's all.
Anyway, yeah.
So where did you hear that, Karen? Where did you hear about that
Oliver
translation?
wrote to me today, and what it basically says is it shows something. He said, "Put this in," and I said,
Oliver told you. Okay.
I said, "I can't see what you're looking at." He says, "It's something curious. Put Google Translate from English to French, and then type 'I'm a flat earther,' right, and now reverse the translation." And then he said, "It's funny, but it's crazy, and it's funny, but it's disturbing at the same time." Well, it is a bit, isn't it? If Google are going to write that, so how I'm a flat earther translated means I'm a crazy person. That's not what it says. It should be I'm a flat earther.
Well, the first thing that springs to mind there for me, anyway, is that that translation machine is absolutely crap. If that's the way that it translates, because I'm pretty sure we could do a better job than that.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, but yeah, it's not nice.
No, it's not nice because actually, if anybody's crazy, it's the people that still want to believe in the ball, doing 260,000 miles in 3 different directions.
Yeah, but
and in the chat room, I love you too. Mwah. And Ilred wrote something really nice. Mwah, to you too. Anyway, over to you, Kosta.
Yes, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have a
good evening, sir.
Clairvoyant out there. Mavericks is a good place to be. Really enjoy listening to everybody, and I sit down the next day to listen again because something that too much information. And yeah, I want to talk a bit about the Greek alphabet, but before that, I would like to solve some queries that Astral was asking me things, and he has some queries about some stuff, and I would like to explain to him the best possible way. I hope he understands. Because last time we were talking about mythology and making the etymology of mythology, and he was asking me the first part, the me part. I was saying some words about that, like mystery and mystical, and he said the word mind, and I didn't catch it that moment. I was thinking about something else, and he was very correct. Mind is our consciousness, and in Greek it's called nous, like consciousness. Nous, it's close, it's very similar, but the other word is mialos. Mialos is a brain in Greek. So again, it has to do with mythology, and mialos goes to notieos mielos. Notieos mielos is a spinal cord. So it's a part of the brain, because the brain, the whole system of the brain has, I think it's 5 brains, and it goes down to the spinal cord. It's all connected. It's all this system that connects with the consciousness, with the higher being, the higher self. We know about that. It's our most important organ, and the spinal cord has this like white and yellow fluid that's called like the manna from heaven. Inside the spinal cord of the nervous system, it creates this milk and honey, that then goes on to become the Christ oil that comes up to the pineal gland that opens the third eye, let's say. So this word is consciousness and the mind. The mind connects to is mente. In Spanish is mente. Yeah, Paul.
Yeah.
Mente. So that also connects to government. Government, it means to govern your mind, basically. This is what government means. Okay, it's a Latin word, and that's what we should know. These words, I think some words are very, very important to know. And also nous, which is the mind, is a product, let's say, of the Greek word for Hellas, for Hellada. Hellada is the Hellenes, the Hellenic civilization.
Greek.
Actually, Greece is not correct to say Greece. Greece is a Roman slave word. Okay, so the correct word is Hellas or Hellada, but in English you spell it with an H, and I don't like it because it's Helllas, so it's like hell, basically. So the H is there, but you don't pronounce it. Yes, so it's Hellas. And what that has to do with mind and consciousness is that it comes from Helen of Troy. So Helen of Troy, if you know the story, the big battle that happened in Troy was to fight for Helen, basically, because she was, in Greek we say the beautiful Helen, but actually it wasn't a person. Helen was to do it connected to consciousness, the higher consciousness, higher mind, and it's spelled Helenus. Eleni is like a female name, but Helenus is more like a male name, which they don't use so much. So the ending Helenus, that's where you get Hellas, the Hellenic, the Hellenes. That's what Hellenes mean. So it's not just people living in that area of land like we think about it today, and they speak that language. For me, it's around the world. It doesn't mean that an Hellene, a true Hellene person, is only Greek or Hellene from that place. It means somebody who is enlightened. This is the meaning behind these words, and the names they put for Helen or Zeus or Apollo or Achilles, all these names, they mean something more spiritual. Okay, and the names of the cities and all that had to do with the astrological, the zodiac, and the copy basically of the stars above on the earth, like in Egypt, where you have the three pyramids that represent the Orion constellation on the earth, and the whole Egypt basically is like it's constellations on the land. The same with Greece, and now I think in England as well. You see it in many countries. You see this was done before, and the Hellenes were there were big fights with the Persians. The Persians were against them. Those families, Persians that are ruling us today, they were fighting against this Greek civilization for thousands of years before. And they went through Rome. So Rome was created, the Roman civilization, from this bloodlines that we have today to fight against the Greeks, and then the Romans spread out to Holland, to England, to Spain, all this, even Spain. Spain is not correct. It's not the actual word. It's Iberia. Yeah, isn't it, Paul?
Exactly.
Yes, Spain is wrong to say Spain. It's a Roman slave word.
It's the Latin word, Hispania.
It's a Latin word, yes.
The whole peninsula is Peninsula Iberica.
Yes, yes. It's
Portugal and Spain together. With
Portugal and Spain together, yes. Iberia, Iberica in Spanish. Also France. France is also another example.
Roman name.
France is also a Roman name. France is
Gallia.
Gallia. Yeah, Gallia, yes. Gallia in Hellenic, in Greek. And Gallia is Gales. Also like Wales. Wales in Spanish is Gales.
Yeah.
So it was all like, say, Gaelic, Celtic, a Celtic civilization around the British Isles, France, and some North Spain and Northwest Spain. All that area was Celtic, and these Romans destroyed all that, plus against Greece, and then now they managed, as we see today, that they are governing the world, basically. This is what we are fighting against. So the Greek, the Hellenic spirit, doesn't mean that it's only in Greece. Yes, Greece has something, the land has there some kind of energies coming out, some ley lines. There is, that's why they had this knowledge, but I think personally that they got it from the Atlanteans. All this comes from Atlantis. And now, what we have now, we see America and England, you know, the English with the computers and all that. I think that there's a good awakening comes from these countries. I mean, many people that awaken, I can see it. In Greece, it's a bit not so much. You can't see so much, but hopefully this continues with all this we are doing, all the hangouts and videos and YouTube. Everybody's trying, I think, to get things together. You know, to find against the flat Earth, the global is what they're trying to do, and many ways. But the worst system is the monetary system. I think this is what enslaves us, isn't it? This is the one we're under bondage. They discovered that the monetary, the money issue, and we have to depend on that, which is not natural, nothing to do with mankind. It's a enslavement product. They got rid of the whips and the chains, and the chains now our minds with money. And what you are saying, Astral, about one hangout, I heard you saying, why is everything related to the flow of water? Yeah, you remember? Or the monetary terms they use?
Currency.
Yes. Currency, cash flow.
Bank, like bank of
a river, yes.
A bank.
Why is everything?
Stream.
The stream.
Cash flow, yeah.
Yes, cash flow.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
You remember, yes, you remember. Why is all this going on? Why they connect money with the flow of consciousness that only exists above?
And why is the Vatican called the Holy See?
Yes, exactly. So this way they describe money to us, it's like it's a smoking mirror. It's a magic trick. You know what I mean? It's a black magic thing. They put money in front of God. Instead of looking at God and thinking of that, they use the same ways that God acts through nature, natural law, put money, and we think that that's it, that's our God, that's what we have to do. It's a magic trick of the ages. I've never seen anything like that. Because in America, yes, they have the dollar bill. What does it say on the bill, on the dollar bill?
Are you asking, or are you going to tell us?
Yes. I'm
You're
asking. Yes.
In God we trust. You mean?
Exactly. So you are holding a piece of paper. Yes. You're holding a piece of paper and you are reading. In God we trust. So where does that go? Inside you, in your subconscious, and saying that subconsciously, you say that, yeah, this is God. You know what I mean? You understand me?
Yeah.
It's a big trick. It's a mockery. This is the worst thing happening. Where you have the only thing that flows is the prana. Yeah, the prana, the chi, the energy from God. And even there's a Greek word similar with prana. It's called parna. Parna means pir reon noidigon. Pir means fire. Reon means rowing. Noidigon is the nous, mind. This is what prana means. And but the PR is very strong. Think words that start with PR, like prime or principle. These are words that have to do with the natural law. The natural law, basically the seven hermetic principles. That's only the law that exists in nature. You know the seven. You know the seven hermetic principles from Hermes Trismegistus. You know.
I was just going to say.
Yes.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Kosta, I like where you're going with this because I think if most people looked at that, they'd take a different look at their lives and at how things are, get a better realization of things. I use it quite a lot, actually. I have it in my book here. My little notebook here, I agree. The seven principles, it says way strongly in a lot of people if they was to listen and look and read what it says, and it's not that difficult to understand.
Yes.
But sorry, you carry on, Kosta.
Yeah, there's the seven hermetic principles are the laws of nature from God, however you want to call it. I know sometimes God becomes it's a word that makes people, I don't know, shake a bit, But whatever you want to call it, I don't mind. I don't have an issue with that. But these laws are there is a principle. Principle in Greek is arches. In Spanish, Paul is principio.
Así es. Sí.
Principio, no?
Yes.
So principio, it means it's like the beginning. The beginning, and also it's there. It's untouchable. Nobody can change it. It was there in the beginning. It will be now. It will be tomorrow. Forever. That's the law of the universe. I mean, we cannot change it. This is there for us to obey and to go with it. We have to go with it. We can't say, I don't like this. This, take it out or put something on top. You can't. It's there. The seven principles. The principle of mentalism. Everything is mind. Correspondence, as above, so below. Vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, and gender. These are the real things, and they are changing all these laws. They are changing it to put money in front to make us under that spell of money. And there's one word that is the umbrella of all this. One very, very strong word, maybe the top, for me, top 3, top 5, that covers is the umbrella of all this monetary thing that we are lied to and we are given to, that doesn't have anything to do with natural law. It's exactly the opposite, and it's not worth. So can you guess, Astral, what is the word that covers, that puts all the monetary thing together?
No, sorry.
Are you there?
No, I can't. But please tell us.
Economy. Yes? Economy. What does economy mean? I don't want to say it from now because I want to hear something from the chat room or from you guys. Because it's one word, I think we should know it.
Oikonomos. It means administration of home.
Okay, but which home?
Oikos means home, and name
Yes.
administration.
Correct. But which home are we talking about?
You definitely are a teacher, Kosta.
Yes, because I've seen this many presentations and nobody talks about this word. But I'm telling you, this is above mind.
You've got to educate us, Kosta. Educate us then. What does it mean then?
I'm gonna get a bit, I don't know, talk a bit more intense because it's I can feel it inside. You know the feeling. We say consciousness it's a top, yes. Mentality, everything is mind. Economy is above that. It's something beyond, and they use it for this monetary thing. You know, it's like they use all the other words for money, currency, flow, and all that we're talking. Liquidize your money, whatever. And economy, and they use economy to describe the whole economy of a country and economy. They use it a lot. You know what I mean. You heard so many times. So Paul is saying, yes, it's the administration of the house. So think about another word. Think about ecology. Ecology. What do you think of that?
Logos, no? Ciencia.
Yeah, logos, eco. Eco is the same prefix with economy. House.
Oikos.
Egos. Yes, egos means house.
Science word, no?
Yeah, egos means house, but when you say ecology.
Well, ecology is kind of like I would put it down as kind of like ecology, nature.
Yeah,
nature. In that sense, maybe. Huh?
Nature. Okay. So let us see the suffix. So think of astronomy. Yeah, astronomy, the suffix. So we have economy, astronomy. It's eco and nomi. The astronomy bit, the suffix nomi.
Nomi is Latin, no? Astronomy is Latin.
It's Greek.
It's Greek.
Yes.
There are some words which are similar, no?
It's similar, yeah, because the Latins took many words from Greek.
Yeah, from Greek.
I'm saying the Latin is these Romans, the Persian families who went to Rome to hit Greece from the back. Santos was saying all this, and then you know how the story goes. I mean,
yeah,
I can't describe this now, but that's how it goes. Latin is copies from Greek and then their own, maybe from other language around. They wanted to harm Greece in many ways. In other ways, I will tell you also other things that they're doing. They're still doing. They're still trying. After they closed down the schools, the Elefsinia mystery schools in 400. No, they closed down. Even now, the archaeologists, they go and put cement on top of on the underground cities. They cover up with cement. I mean, terrible things. They're destroying archaeology, and nobody stops them. They let them do this stuff. This is terrible. It's the destruction of mankind's history. These are monuments.
You know, I'm just thinking there, Kosta, right? That every time they put concrete over, you know, to make a foundation, to make a building, every time they use concrete, you think about how much sand they need. Well, where are they getting all the sand from? You know, they're digging it out there, you know, and all these buildings. I mean, what's going to happen?
What's going to happen?
I mean, we're going to all cave in. No wonder there's sinkholes all over the world.
Yeah.
All over the plane.
Over the plane. So economy, we said is eco and nomi, yes? The eco part, as you said, Astral is nature. Egos, nature. Egos means house. So what house? It's our flat earth. The earth is housing us. This is our house. Yeah? So eco means the house, earth as well, but also the house of God, the whole creation, the whole universe. We are living in the house of God. Everything, all the atoms, the last atom, everything is moving. It has vibration. It has all the 7 hermetic principles. Everything flows. The bandari, everything is flowing. So nomi means nomos means a law. Yeah, the administration, post administration, but the word is law. So economy means the law of the house. If you translate word by word, the law of the house. Economy is the law of the house, but the house is the house of God. The whole house, all creation. So the law, economy means all the laws of God, the real God, the 7 hermetic principles, including the body as well. The body has the body has 7 bodies, isn't it? 7 chakras, and also 7 bodies. It starts with the etheric body, yeah, the astral body, the mind, the consciousness level, emotional, the casual, the spiritual, and the number 7 is the Buddhist, the Christ body. So I find economy is it's a word they use to manipulate us. We shouldn't accept. I mean, if any Greek philosopher was around today, he would freak out. He would storm in the courts and everything. He would make trouble.
One question, Kosta.
Yes.
Have you heard Apology of Socrates?
Oh, yes.
Isn't it fantastic book?
Yes, very powerful.
I think everybody should hear it, and I'm sure it's some audio book over there. This should be the keystone of schools, no?
Yes, my friend. Yes.
All speech direct, and it's incredible.
Yes. Socrates was one of the highest minds of the time. Definitely, and also Plato. Have you seen Plato's cave? The cave allegory.
Yeah.
That's also very
very true.
Very true. It's something that's happening today.
I'm actually waiting for it to happen. You know, it's a bit like the Truman Show, isn't it? You know. Ta-da!
Ta-da!
What? Oh my God! Quick, get back in the cave!
Back in the cave, back in the cave.
Quick, get me back on the ball!
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Till they realize, the thing is, the person who goes out of the cave, he sees the light, he sees the true nature and everything, and then he goes back in the cave to tell them, and they're laughing with him.
Yeah, but at the beginning, the light blinds him.
Yes.
He has
Take it slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he goes out slowly to see, and he has to go back. So this is also our duty as well. If we go out of that, and say go out of the cave, which I think for me, I think I didn't go out yet. I mean, I didn't see to see the light out of the cave. It's a big thing, and that's what I believe. It means you have to see something, beyond this reality.
Can I ask you? Well,
Yeah.
everyone actually, for that matter, what that allegory of the cave actually means to them? What does it mean to you?
The allegory of the cave.
Yeah.
It's what goes on now, and it was going on probably that time as well. That people were manipulated somehow to see only the shadows, and they're thinking that that's life, but
Yes.
there's actually something more.
Symbols. You were only able to see symbols.
Symbols, symbols. Yeah, symbols passing behind. It was like shadows, and basically it was like a TV. Basically, they were watching TV. That's what it was. They were tied. They were locked up. Their heads. They couldn't move left or right or stand up. Nothing. They were looking in one direction, and there was a light behind them with some shadows passing by. Some real like animals or people, and they were shown in front of them like shadows. Exactly, it was exactly like TV. The same thing, the same concept.
Exactly, because sometimes they'd be happy and laugh, and other times they'd be sad and afraid, wouldn't they? You know.
Yeah, so they had all the mixed feelings. It wasn't only happy. Yeah, they were showing them different.
Yeah, different emotions.
Different emotions. And then one of them got free. Somebody set him free, like an angel or something, let's say. And he went back. Wait. Slowly.
How are you? None about it.
And then he saw what was going on behind him. And slowly again he went outside. He went out of the cave. He saw the real world outside. Then he decided to go back to tell them. And this is what we have to do, I think. This is our calling. That's what I understand. What about you, Astral? What do you think? Hello?
Astral. Oh, I think he's frozen.
No, seriously.
In Denmark, it's very cold.
Yeah, well, have you noticed your internet went up and down a little bit?
Can you hear me?
Oh, there he is.
Yes.
Am I frozen on your screen? I'm moving here.
You were.
Yeah, it's all right. I was going to say it's good what you said, Kosta. And I think most people would take it as that. You know, that it's like you're watching TV or something, or you're not quite seeing the real picture. I think actually it might be more. It might be deeper than that. It might be, it's sort of like on a higher level, on a meditational level, and it means something. Maybe this is also to do with seeing beyond what we really see here, what we're seeing here, you know, like going into raising the chrism and, you know, seeing God face to face, you know, and telling the story about it afterwards as the story goes. I can't help but thinking of something like that, you know, that it's to do with raising your kundalini and activating your pineal, you know. Possibly. You're going to see a lot more anyway. That's basically what I think.
Marilyn says, Karen, this guy chatting is in tune. Bless him. It's Kosta. Kosta, why have you muted?
Yeah, wait. I have to set up the
See.
the things to write down the alphabet. Give me 2 seconds. Okay.
So nothing is ever what it seems then, is it really? You don't even know the words we're using.
No.
Yes, but okay, English is also, as I said, I think it's an angelic language. So England, that when you have G in English is the gamma in Greek. So angelos means angel, and England in Greek is Anglia. So Anglia, angelos, angelic, it has something to do with the whole area here. I think there was a connection with Asian Greeks as well.
It is also connected to anger. Is it?
Angel, yes.
Anger.
Yes, because an angel is not like we think it is. It's not just like a thing with wings and it's flying and coming. No, it's something else. It's like Hermes Trismegistus with his rod. He's a messenger. He was a messenger. He comes from Mercury. Mercury, the Wednesday. Wednesday is Mercury's day. Yeah, Tuesday, Mars. Monday is the moon. So every days of the week have their own
planets.
Planet, let's say. Yes. So
in Spanish, it's more.
Spanish is more close. Yeah, Spanish is closer. Yeah.
Lunes, luna, martes, Marte, miércoles, Mercurio, jueves, viernes, Venus, sábado, Saturno y domingo.
Yeah, Jupiter, Venus, yeah. Sun. Yeah, dominio.
Domingo.
Yeah, domingo, yeah. It's dominio.
Sí, dominio. You tell them.
Domus, day. So day in English is from domus, from God. That's why you have day, the deity. Opus Dei, you know Opus Dei, Paul?
Yeah, I've been in a school of Opus Dei. Yeah.
No, seriously. Oh my God.
Yeah, it was. I saw they have some of the teachers are not priests, but they refuse. They do celibacy. So once we were in the room in his office, the students and we were discussing something about the class, and we were in the room, and I saw his those apparatus which used to punish themselves.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
and it was a nice teacher too. I don't know, maybe a bit too. They
strict, yeah?
they wash the people's head, see, to a point. It's I don't know. They make do people things, no?
Oh, man. So it's popular in Spain. It's like in many places.
Opus Dei, well, it's they are in places. They are not public. You don't see publicly, no, but they still here in Valencia. There's a huge school, and there are many schools. All the schools are Catholic. Those are the wild pigs. Catholic and Jesuits.
The Jesuit, yeah, it's a Jesuit school basically. Yes, it's from the Vatican, and it's really, really tough. I think. I mean, it was before. Maybe before it was more serious, more strict. But it's basically teaching about Catholic Christianity. Yes, isn't that theology based?
What? Can you repeat?
They teach about Christ and
Yeah, of course. It's
very, very Catholic. Very.
That's a subject. It's religion. All my life.
Main subject, yeah, main subject religion. Yeah.
You have to pray every day.
Pray every day. Okay.
Coming in, go to mass, confess. All the sacraments.
So it's like primary and secondary school?
High school, yeah. High school. I stopped at high school. I finished my high school here in my hometown, and that was it. And I did different things.
So you have good knowledge, man.
Yeah, I've seen things.
You've seen things, yeah. You see, if we don't bring it up, yeah, how to know about each other's background, yeah, but I heard about Opus Dei. Of course, we don't have this in Greece or Cyprus, no. But I had another friend who his father was a teacher. He was telling me, and then I searched a bit into it, and I understood. Yeah. Vatican. The Vatican is everywhere. Interesting.
Some people are good. You see, some Christians are real Christians. Some others are. There's everything.
There's everything.
Every type of people in all the world. All the flat planes.
Yeah, but is it private or?
Private.
You have to
it's
pay.
private. It's private. It's very expensive.
Very
I was
expensive?
able to go because my father was an English teacher there.
Ah, okay.
Otherwise, I couldn't have paid it.
Ah, it's also expensive. Okay, so the people who finish,
I dressed a suit and a tie.
Wow, I understand. Yeah, so when you finish, you have more chances to
work,
better jobs, or they help you with
kind of business that will
business. But do you learn a bit Latin? You must, yeah.
Yeah.
You must do that, yeah. Of course.
Latin. I did Latin there, and I also did Latin in high school here in my hometown because I didn't like math at all, and Latin and Greek they resounded in me somehow. My father also liked Latin a lot, and that film, the Name of the Rose by Sean Connery, and
yes,
it tells you that every good thing was written or in Greek or in Latin. And so all sorts of books. Also, I had to read Oedipus tragedy for school.
Oedipus.
Oedipus, yeah. And this is so embedded in all culture, Oedipus. It's in everything, eh?
In everything, yeah.
It's even the Doors were making a song of it, and and it's in books, and then the guessing the Sphinx makes to Oedipus in order to let him. It's very popular, no?
Yes.
Do people in the chat know this?
Oedipus.
What was the riddle Oedipus had to solve in order to get through? He had to pass somewhere.
I don't know it. Huh?
Who knows? It's very, very popular. Nobody?
Oh, Kosta's got his board ready.
Yes. I'm back now.
Hey, and it's really clear right now.
It's better, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'll put the picture
Let's solve
back.
this riddle that Paul was saying. So Oedipus with the Sphinx.
Yeah. I know, but I want the people to.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't remember.
You remember it? Do you?
No, I don't remember.
No, Oedipus has to pass, and the Sphinx asks him which is the animal which in the morning walks with 4 legs, at evening with 2 legs, and by night with 3 legs.
Okay.
And Oedipus solved it. Oedipus solved it, yeah.
No, I don't remember.
Anyone know?
Anyone? Astral.
Yeah, and in the chat room, if anybody
sorry.
wants to ask questions, put them in the chat room and I'll ask Kosta. Carry on.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, ask the question again. I didn't hear that. I was busy. Say that again, please.
Which is the animal who walks in the morning with 4 legs, in the evening with 2 legs, and by night with 3 legs?
It's got to be something to do with the sun and shadows, I would say, but I don't know. I give up.
So the consciousness. Huh?
I don't know.
Paul. Tell us, Paul. Paul, tell us.
Marcus in the chat room has solved it. Marcus Aquarius.
Aquarius.
Man. Rat.
Oh, right. Us.
A man who is Aquarius.
Man.
Even the zodiac Aquarius.
In the morning he goes like a baby with his hands and foot. When he's young he walks, and when he's old he goes with the stick to help him. That was the riddle in Oedipus tragedy.
Sorry, what were you saying, Paul? You just broke up a tiny bit then.
Yeah.
I was wondering, Kosta, is there many more tragedies or comedies which are good?
I can't hear you. You're breaking up.
Yes.
Yeah, Paul, you're breaking up a bit. Every one of you've done it. all of you done it. You're in England, Astral's in Denmark, and Paul's in Spain, and yet everybody's gone a bit funny.
It's deliberately, they're breaking us down. It means we're on the good path.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now it's better now.
Yeah, go for it, Paul. What were we saying?
No, I was. My question is, which comedies or tragedies of ancient Greece, which would you suggest? Because you must know much more than me.
No, I don't know much. You know, I'm not into that a lot yet. I don't know specifically, but I can tell you. I can have a look and then tell you next time.
Okay, yeah.
Because I read a long time ago. But okay, the best thing is the Odyssey and the Iliad by Homer.
Yeah.
Yeah, those two are basically. But you know which one I suggest? I recommend a lot. Don Quixote. Don Quixote de la Mancha. I think it's fabulous.
You read it, the whole?
Yes, of course.
I started once, or not once, maybe 5 times I started.
I found it very, very inspirational, and I think it has to do with ourselves again. It's a part of the path of the hero. You know, Sancho Panza is like the left brain, telling him always, "Oh, don't do this, don't do that," or you'll be in danger, you'll die or something. But he doesn't care. He goes on. Adventure, yeah. He read a lot of books.
I read Moby Dick.
Moby Dick is good, yeah. Also, that's another.
What about The Old Man and the Sea? Hemingway.
Yeah, that's right.
Hemingway,
Or 7 Years in Tibet. That's kind of a good book as well.
7 Years in Tibet. I think I read that with those Germans.
Yeah. If it's true, I don't know if it's true, or also it's made up something or other. But I think it is true. There were pictures, weren't there?
And the other one, Victor Hugo.
Yeah, I read.
That one is good as well. Yeah, it's the thing is the translation. It depends on which language you like reading. The translation can change a bit, but
yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's the point. I mean, if you know in that culture and you don't get it, it can be a bit hard. But
I was reading the other day the monologue by Hamlet,
okay.
and in Spanish it's half a page longer than in English.
Okay.
It's funny, but it's nice.
Letters there then.
It's nice in Spanish.
It's nice in Spanish as well, yeah.
Ser o no ser.
Ser o no ser.
That is
That is
the question.
a question.
¿Qué debe más dignamente optar el alma noble?
I like here in England, they have a lot of like Latin mottos on the private schools. I find it interesting that Latin is still around.
Yeah, it's
the Roman
courtrooms.
The courtrooms. Yeah, it's all in Latin.
Yeah, it's not dead.
Spiritus intus alit. Spirit comes from within.
Say it again.
Spirit comes from within.
Intus alit.
Intus alit.
Yes, is that right?
Sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm learning every time I go from a building or someplace, because here it's full, it's everywhere. I like to look at the symbols and try to decode them and see why they are there. But basically, it's all Venetian. You see the Venetian lions and why the England flag has the 3 lions. It's all from Venice. So Venetians who were before they were Phoenicians. and they travel around. They were nomadic, moving in other places. Yes, and they ended up in England. They made their empire here. That's what happened.
Kosta, it's really funny. We can just see your silhouette on that thing.
I
Just
can't
a
see
silhouette of Kosta.
my silhouette.
Yeah, on there we can see like your nose.
Okay, I think I have to start. Yeah.
Go on then. I put the camera on you.
Cool.
Okay, basically, it all starts with a circle. Is it clear? It's a circle of the zodiac. Okay, we're going to divide it into 12 parts. Okay, and start from here. Here, alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta. Is it clear?
Yep, it's perfect at the moment.
Yoda, kappa, lambda, mi. I have to write this way. Mi, xi, omicron, pi, rho, sigma. Epsilon, phi, C, omega. Okay, so it goes like this. The same with the zodiac. 12 signs of the zodiac. The letters go in twos. 24 letters. It used to be 28, by the way. They took out 4 letters. But it all has to do with sounds and images. And the Hellenic alphabet basically says a code, a story of all the phases of the construction of our natural world. Okay, let's think about this. Think about this as the Earth. Okay, as above, like a bird's eye view of the Earth. Okay, say here is the sun. Okay, and start the alpha. Okay, so the alpha. Yeah, the first word, of course, the first letter. It's the beginning. The power of the beginning. So when the sunlight appears, okay, it starts coming towards the Earth, and then the Veda, which has this shape like a spiral. So the light travels this way, like a spiral, like a double helix. And the energy transforms the bodies into matter. So this is what Veda means. When it comes down on the earth, let's say, all the bodies, not only human bodies, generally all the bodies on earth, the living bodies, they get transformed. And then the gamma, so, oh, my eyes going. So gamos means marriage. So then the holy marriage takes place. So the sunlight comes down and transforms the body into matter, and then it's called the gamma. It's called the holy marriage. Wait, let me get another pen. One more.
That is the rho.
Yes?
That letter is rho.
No, it was gamma.
Gamma.
Gamma, yeah. And then the delta, it's like a pyramid. Oh, my markers are not good. The delta shows like the declaration of the power of creation. It's like a contract, let's say, that the marriage took place, and the contract is done with the divine creation. So just don't think just it's a light from the sun coming down. We're saying about the spiritual sun, you know, the unconceivable sun. Okay, both do the same action, but we are looking more into the esoteric meaning of these letters. Then we go to the epsilon. So we're here, yeah? Alpha, beta, beta. We're here now. So epsilon is one of the two powerful letters, epsilon and epsilon. I will tell them at the end, because epsilon means high. And through the face of the earth, the light feeds everybody. Everybody now gets epsilon. I hear it, but
The P is reversed.
the P, see epsilon. There's no P. So here it says that after the declaration of the marriage of the light into the bodies, it starts manifesting. So he has also epsilon. It has this continuous row. And then the zeta. So zeta is Zoe. The Z is Zoe. If you know in English, you have Zoe, the name Zoe.
Zeus. No?
It means life. So life is present in the material body. So Z means that life it's in the body now. It's present. And eta means defeat. So defeat. It means that the darkness was defeated by the light, and everybody becomes visible. All the bodies, the soma, all the bodies are now visible with the theta.
Theta.
The theta, yes. Theta means also means theos. You remember the theta we were talking theory, thoros. It means look. So all what happened until now becomes visible, and under the theta, it shines. It becomes visible.
So the one before spells. How do you pronounce the one before?
Eta.
Theta. And now?
Eta. It was theta.
Theta.
So it was a theta, like th, theta. And then Yoda, we're here now. Yoda, which is AI basically. And it was, I know, Yoda. Like Yoda in Star Wars. The same. Yoda is the continuous feeding of light. So you have to make sure that the light is continuously feeding the bodies. And the kappa, kappa,
Pronounce it again, please.
kappa, kappa. It's a double P. Kappa. It's a bit strong. And the garden of the earth is feeding from above. All the bodies are feeding from above now. Perhaps I shall say, right, because they go in twos. All this I said now goes in twos. So lambda, kappa lambda, is not clear. So lambda and me, I better write them together. So lambda and me, so the continuous feeding, the sun brings his energy with power, so the natural creation to have continuous feed. So lambda is again, it's like the R, is a continuous letter vibration. And the me as well, the it has this continuity in it. And then we go to the ones below the point here. So here it's going to be somewhere like September Libra. Here are the scales of Libra. Here is Aries, and we go this way. So on the Libra now, and we go downwards.
So lambda is Libra.
Yeah, this part here is Libra on the scale. Here, but no, Libra in Greek is zygos. Zygos means the scales of Libra. And then we go to the Nixie. So Nixie. So these go together again. So the mind as a law constantly looks over everything and adjusts, but as a liquid, energy is a source of life. And the Xi everybody's again continually feed it. So now we go to we're starting to look at water. It's got the N is Nero. Nero is water. So again, you have the R, the continuous water R. It has to do with flow, the flow of water, but it's not only liquid water, also the water from above. Then, so we are here now, and go to Omicron B. So Omicron, the circle always represents the earth. Everywhere there is a circle is our earth. The same with egos. Egos, we said economy. Economy is spelled with O and I together. O and I make the E sound. So economia starts with an O. So the O, most of the times, it represents the earth. So Omicron, we're here, Omicron B. So because from Uranus, the sky on the nature below the light is flowing, and the P is the paderas, the Father Creator. Father Creator, and the energy of fire gives us spiritual and material power. So it's a language of light, basically. So the language of light manifesting from the heavens above to our bodies and beyond. And it isn't only in the Greek, of course. It is everywhere. Like Astral before was showing me a chart. This goes long time before. And I forgot to say about numerology. The Greek numerology is a bit different from the one I see they use in English. So basically alpha, if you take alpha, so A is 1, lambda is 30, phi is 500, and alpha is 1 again. So if you add this together, you get 532. Okay? So if you add 5 plus 3 plus 2, you get 10. So 1 plus 0 equals 1. So 1, alpha is 1, is the first letter. So every letter, every word connects with numerology as well together. And the Omicron.
Can I just say?
Yes. Go ahead.
Echo. Yeah, I find it interesting that each letter has a numerical value, and also it's the same in Hebrew. The Hebrew alphabet also has numbers and numerical values. I just think it's interesting. Like, yeah, so
it's
interesting,
like a
man.
lesson.
Tell us more.
It's like a maths lesson.
Math lesson.
It's awesome. Carry on, Kosta. It's brilliant.
I think that this all goes back to one language, one common language. I don't know how many thousands of years ago, and it got separated. Somehow. That's what it is. So it's also common. It's not. There's no other explanation.
Hey, Kosta, we've had many hangouts with Dave Murphy, and basically the letters are all the same. What they've done is they've got them upright on their side, and upside down. But they're all the same letters. They've turned them round, if you know what I mean.
Yes, it's the same letter, exactly. You just twist it a bit, and the thing is,
it looks different then, doesn't it? It looks like a completely different letter. But all it is some of these letters are just upside down or on their sides or whatever. They've just turned the letters round to make these different languages.
Can I show you something, Karen? Just quickly, whilst it's on the same subject. Sorry, it's because I can actually show you that. I've got early Hebrew. I've got Phoenician. I'll just hold this up, right? What about here? These. So you can just see this here, right? If you can see. Let me just... Oh, there it is. Can you see that at all?
A little bit blurry. That's it there.
I know it's not quite, but you can see the very similarities, Take A, for example. It's on its side.
Yeah, that's just what I was saying. Yeah,
exactly.
Telling us that.
Just to show you, that this is the old Phoenician here. This one, and you can see that. Yeah, I mean, okay. Yeah, sorry. You carry on, Kosta.
Yeah.
No, you just showed us the A on its side. That's just what I was saying.
It's the O inside. Yeah, it was the Aleph in Hebrew, and it became the A. Just twisted a bit. It's not so something different, something completely. It's very close. And even with Sanskrit, they have similar words because they went up there. All the Greek philosophers went to India. The most famous one. They went there to get initiated because I think Socrates was initiated. No, Pythagoras. Pythagoras was initiated in Egypt, in India, and in Greece. I mean, he was the highest of them all. He was
Yeah, many
really, yeah.
many have been.
Yeah, to India, many. And the Omicron is a nice numerological thing. It's so Omicron. So O is 70 plus 40 plus 10 plus 20 plus 100 plus 70 plus 50, and all this together gives us 360. So this 360 degrees, the circle. I mean, I think they must have some kind of a computer AI to do this stuff. Because the more I look into it, is they must have some technology from Atlantis to put this all together. So we were at the row, I think. At the row here. Well, let me check it out. I have another pen. One more. Okay. Save it there. No. So the row marker is not. So rho is just RNO, and there's sigma. So rho and sigma together means that the light streaming is present in every body or space. And the body on Earth, the sigma is like closes the substance inside. Okay, these are a bit terms, it's not easy to understand. I think some of them are a bit difficult, but I'm trying to make them simple as possible. And then the taf and the epsilon. The epsilon is the highest of them all. This has a lot of meaning. Oh.
It's a bit of a shame they didn't teach us all this at school then, isn't it, really? How all the words connect and where they really come from.
Yeah,
They've separated it out into different languages, haven't they? And they've kept, like you're saying, the Greek alphabet, but we're using all the same letters. They've just turned them around and done things. They don't say that, do they?
Yes, they do explain to you what the words and the letters mean, that the light source, and it has very positive meaning and all that. No, they don't say anything at all. It's just a linear thing that teach you how to write, on the line, start to finish. It's all the same. You live, you die. It's all. That's it. Don't look any further. Everything just for living and making money, and then you pass away, you die, and that's it. I mean, nothing more. We have to find out ourselves how interesting all this. And even with numbers, if you start with numbers, all that numerology, and also the sacred numerology, and then the shapes, all the triangles, the pentagram, and all the solids, the five the five solids. Those it's worth just looking into that. You learn so much.
Have you ever cut out an apple, not the normal way, the other way around, like in half?
In half. Yes, yes. It is
5 points.
the 5 points. Yeah, that shape. Exactly.
Mm.
So the tough, the T is like a strong word too. It means like a waking up. The light from above stabilizes in every body, and the epsilon is a huge concentration of fire and bright power, conserving every form of life. So epsilon is probably one of the highest letters, because psilon means high, it comes from above. And basically what it is, the shape of it, it's like a cup. It's a triangle. I don't know, it's clear. It's a cup, like a holy grail. Okay, so that's holding what is connected with water. So the water coming down, rain, it holds the water, and it's a symbol of regeneration as well. So it holds liquids, but the two edges represent that one is a way to righteousness. Okay, the right one leads to righteousness, and the left to like deception or the bad way. And it leads to the gate of the moon that looks to the sun and gives the victory of Apollo. And Apollo as a god is connected with Christ Jesus. Basically, they have the same action. He gets the word of God and transform us into mankind. So it was a highly respected letter. And then we go to the last ones. We are here now. Phi, Psi, Omega. So the Phi, Psi again, and Omega can be written two ways. One is like this, another one is like this. I prefer this one.
He didn't write.
No.
Yeah, the pen's running out a little bit, Kosta.
Man, my pen's running out. Okay, we're nearly finished. So Phi is again about light, force. We got a photon. Here in English, photon.
Your shadow helps.
My shadow.
Your
That's okay. So photon means light.
Too much light. See the board.
What he's saying was, if you stand over it, is the shadow with your
we see it better with your shadow.
My shadow.
You can just about see it, but it's a little bit faint compared to the actual astrology.
Yes.
Always happens. It's always the way, isn't it?
The way, I have 2 pens and they're all gone. 2 markers and they're gone out. Anyway, nearly finished. So he is for all bodies to exist from chaos, then to like live again. But the Psi, Omega, See, he is the soul. So the last three letters, Psi, He, Omega, means how great. Omega means great. Mega is greatness, holiness. When you praise God and you are chanting, you are saying the no praying. Yeah, praying. There's another word. When you sing to God, it's not. What is the word? Can't think now. Astral.
When you sing a psalm.
I use it. Psalm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But, psalm or gospel or whatever. You can sing gospels too.
Yeah, in the churches when they sing, la tria, la trevo. Worship. Oh, yes. So we are worshiping God all the time. The Omega, it doesn't stop. It continues. So it's the Om, basically. It doesn't stop. So again, through the circle, it goes to Omega, and then again it goes around. So this is like the version of the alphabet, which is a prayer, basically. It's a cosmogenic prayer to God to send us the light in our bodies, and our bodies are they're like clay, clay with like a brick, let's say. It's clay with water and soil, mixed together, and then you cook it. You pass it through fire. The fire is a spirit inside us. So a brick has a three into one, let's say. So we're praising God to keep this fire burning inside us and help us to ascend, to go back to where we came from. I think if people knew about this, the alphabets of every country, in this way, we'll see things more positively. Yes, it can help. Because what we are taught now, every time we discover new things now, new words are opposite, or things with the flat earth. Yeah, but it's good. It's good to expose this, and everybody has his own research. And it's teaching us stuff. And decoding, I like the decoding of like J Dreamers. His videos about movies, and he's explaining. Yeah, very important. I yield the floor.
That was brilliant, that, Kosta. Very good, very interesting.
Thank you, Kosta.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, because it's not so easy standing up there and doing that, is it? When it all seems simple until it's your turn and you've got to do it and stuff. It's not that easy always standing there and doing that.
Karen, I can't see the chat, but I was sorry. I can't see the chat, but I was just wondering if anyone has any questions for Kosta.
Yeah, any questions I can answer. Yeah, but I have to get my own PC. I have to fix my PC. It's gonna be easier, so I can share some pages. I have to write things.
2010 says he only knows one phrase in Greek. Ella Malaka. What's that mean then? Oh dear, I should have said that.
That's the first word I learned in Greek, actually, when I went traveling years ago.
What is it?
I knew it.
Is it rude?
Yeah, it's kind. It's kind to say it. Everybody says between each other. But basically it means like wanker. But that's what people speak there. It's very very
Oh,
popular.
I see. Thanks,
Yeah, now.
Telex 2010.
Yeah, the thing is now, yeah, in Greece they talk a bit more dirty. You know, it's not compared to England. No way. They talk a lot like that between them. It became like fashionable. I don't know. I can't speak like that. I don't like it. I mean, it's too much. The way they do it.
I don't know quite how to say
Anyway.
this, but Thil, Thil, Thrill. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a bit tired from last night, guys, because I didn't go to bed really late after our hangout. I ended up talking to Bling Bling and Mike Helmet till about 4 or 5 this morning. So I'm shattered. But he said thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And Conran says that he missed bits, but then Conan, you'll have to just watch it from the beginning. Oh, Marilyn says, Kosta, when I get our channel up, can I interview you with Cosmic Cat?
Yes, of course. Of course.
Doing a booking now. There you go, Marilyn.
About Greek, yeah, Greek, Hellenic language. Me too, yeah, I'm still learning. Don't think that I know stuff. Just things come up and I just for one word, I can just look into it and things come up. Like tragedy is nice, tragedy. That has a lot of meaning behind. We can do that next time. We can see that, but I have to do it more. I have to write things. I have to make a normal presentation. Maybe I have to. I do it on a
Did you
USB.
think that you'd be doing this kind of thing, Kosta, when you came to Sun and Moon? That you'd be sort of doing your own presentation?
No, I didn't think. But from what I hear, you know, I like so much to listen and all these words that they're using in court. You know, we're learning so much, and this is basic knowledge. This is the stuff that they're just hiding from us. And on the other hand, they're rubbing in our faces, like with symbols and that. And I think it's a kind of intergalactic alliance treaty in the universe. I don't know what's going on. And somehow they have to tell us what they are doing. You know what I mean? And they express it through the symbols, through the myths. And I mean nowadays. So we have to like decode them, but fight them back. We have to get our sovereignty back. And it's one way to do. We can't fight. There's no wars and stuff. It must be done another way. Through I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking about all these petitions. People are making referendums, petitions. I mean, what if somebody makes a petition about the monetary system to get rid of it? Who would say, who would support this? Astral, are you with me?
Yeah, you got
You're
me
laughing.
there. Yeah, definitely, yes.
If I make a referendum,
right up Astral Street. Loves this kind of stuff.
Wait, they say there's a referendum. What do you say? Yes or no? Would you go to vote?
No.
But you would go to vote, yes?
I don't know. I'm allowed to, yeah, on certain aspects of you know, the politics and things, but because I'm British, living in
Denmark.
I'm a sovereign, but I've got a British stamp on my forehead or something, you know. Yeah, exactly. And I'm allowed to vote, but only on certain things.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not, because I'm an expat, aren't I? And then it's a different bucket that we're thrown into. it's not quite because I'm not living on the mainland UK, you know.
No, I mean, yeah, people making petitions. I see a lot of petitions on the web, like, I don't know, save the animals here or save this or there about the environment and other things. But there's the serious, the number one, I think it's a monetary system. This is what keeps us in slavery. Like Michael Tellinger, you know Michael Tellinger, the Ubuntu movement. He is into something like that. From him, I learned from him all this, the monetary and how the Anunnaki set up the system to make the people take the gold because they needed the gold, and they gave them these tablets, and from there the monetary system came about. So yeah, it needs a lot of speculation, and what David is doing on a personal level, you know, to get back something that the court accuse you or the police or the penalties or something.
Your sovereign self.
Yes, I'm gonna join him. I'm gonna register with him to follow his seminars. How to do that?
Kosta.
Yes, definitely.
A teacher who's learning at the same time.
Yes, Karen. This is stuff that imagine, because we never think about, you know, a world without money. In the beginning, it sounds funny, yeah, but then you think about it, yeah. What if nobody has anything? There's no problems. Nobody. What are you going to fight for?
Can I say something about money?
Yes, tell me.
Okay, I don't know where I've read this or seen it, heard it, whatever, but imagine this now, right? Someone with £1 billion, right?
Yes.
Just think how many other people have nothing because of that one person.
Yes.
One person. I mean, that's relative.
Yeah, then it's like the 1% have all this treasure, and the rest were struggling to pass it, you know, everyday life, and without reason, just waiting to retire and all that. This is not life. I mean, if we 99%, we let the 1% control us. What can I say? It's obvious. We could, you know, stop them anytime, and we are not doing it. And why? Why we're not? Why we don't get together? I know many people want, and all the groups, but it's still not organized. It's just spread ideas, spread around. Like Jay came one.
Talking enough, you mean?
One night, Jay Dreamers came on with Pete, yeah, the twins, and he told them in a chat. So what's the plan? So what shall we do about this? How can we stop this? And Pete answered something. It wasn't very, you know, just personal enlightenment and fix ourselves, basically, which, okay, is not bad. But on the collective level, that's the thing. So he said, so we don't have a plan, he answered back. So we have to, I think every time we make hangouts and talks and that, we need to find some plans to do something against it. That's what people with you know, maybe more knowledge or more inspiration, or who know how to connect with others and make something. But that's where we're aiming at. I see myself.
Everything's always very deep, isn't it? Really, Kosta.
It's always very deep. Yeah. because okay, say flat Earth, okay, say they, I don't know, they accept, and a few years they okay flat Earth, and they change their mind and everything, but the system is still there. The problems are there. I mean, something very, very drastic has to happen. Something very, very strong. Maybe natural disaster, or I don't know, some other.
Well, the whole of our past is just completely meshed and mashed and
Yes,
changed
yes.
and.
But we think we're coming out of these dark ages, from what it seems. Age of Aquarius. So it shows that information is coming up around the planet very quickly.
Plane.
We see things positive always. We can't see. What they were saying last night about this ruler of the earth, what they were saying in the Bible. This is a common thing, by the way. You know, Christians, Catholics, Orthodox, you name it. And this abomination of Deliman Cerimosios. Abomination of, what is it called? You know, when Christ went up to after 4 days fasting, 40 days fasting, he went to face the abomination of desolation. Yes? You know, Karen?
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we shouldn't even say that name. I mean, sometimes we have to be careful what we say out. Why we say that name and they say that is the ruler of the world? Yes, is that what they were saying last night? You remember?
What, with Mike Helmick's one, you mean?
Yes. And the other lady.
Bling Bling.
Australia.
BS
yes,
ISS
yes.
Christine,
Yes,
but that's
yes.
her channel, Bling Bling.
Yes. And they were saying that the abomination of desolation is the ruler of the world and was before and is now. That's totally wrong. You shouldn't even say that thing. Disgrace for the Holy Creator to say that. Only that's ruling, nothing else. Economy. The economy is here. The 7 hermetic principles, our 7 astral bodies. There's nothing else. That's just it doesn't exist, first of all. It doesn't have an existence. It's something in the ego that has been pumped up our egos. Yes? And it's manifesting through there. That's what we have to put down and to continue. But if we speak like that, imagine all the Christians saying this throughout, is a common thing that they have between them. I'm sorry to say it, but I noticed. So imagine how many, maybe 1 billion, maybe more across the earth. If they were saying that, excuse me, but this is not. This is serious.
Hey,
Even
people,
to call that name. Yes.
Karen and Kosta and everyone, gotta go because tomorrow I gotta work and my dog is a bit crazy tonight. Good night, all.
Okay, Paul.
Oh, Paul,
Nice to
really
talk to
great
you.
you came on. I know you didn't say very much, but we're coming to the party on Friday, so see you on Friday.
Oh yeah, Friday. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks,
Yes,
Paul.
thanks, Paul. It'd be nice to hear from you again sometime about your healing hands and stuff.
Hands.
You know, this.
Yeah, we'd like to do some more
Yeah,
healing
yeah.
hands.
We like that. We like that. Yeah, it's good.
Bye.
See you, man.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye, darling.
So yeah, the thing is, we have to come up with a plan. Have to put our minds down and think something serious. We have to hit them from the back. Make a petition, make a referendum. We are allowed to make a referendum. I mean, they came out with a referendum to go out of the UK, this Brexit thing and all that. It was the worst divide and rule thing that came. We stop looking for the best of humanity in general. Yeah, all this, yeah, you know what's going on. The political parties, they set up all the, and it's infiltrated. Something's behind it to keep dividing us. Yeah, isn't it, Karen? That's how it goes.
You quite like what Santos is doing as well, don't you? You like what Santos says.
Santos is a high horse mark for me. From all everybody that I'm listening to, and it seems that he's very original, because I see other like big ones like David Icke or Michael Tesarion, American, and they say stuff, but I think they made a lot of money somehow. They got very famous, and I don't know. I see something weird behind. But Santos, not. Santos is exactly on. I mean, after I listened to a Greek philosopher who I barely understand, what he's saying. I have to pause every time to see what he's
got masses of information. At the end of that, your head is full.
and it's correct. I mean, I salute that man. So is he coming on Friday?
Yes, I'm just writing it to Bishop. Yeah, Santos is popping in on Friday.
Wow.
Party.
Oh, what a party it's gonna be!
It's gonna be absolutely amazing. I'm just a bit worried that I've got to say half an hour. Next one's hot, because obviously there's so many people. But we wanted to try and get like everybody that's been on Sun and Moon to come on our party, because all you lot, we don't have Sun and Moon.
Yeah, you see, that's it. That's the spirit.
Just to let people know that Santos hasn't been very well lately, and he's been moving, and there's just been so many things going on in his life, so that's why he's been a little bit distant right now.
Oh, yeah, that's sad. Yeah, I saw here a bit of his post.
Into our party, woohoo!
Oh, yeah.
I miss Santos because we had quite a lot of hangouts with him. Sort of, we were actually having hangouts with him before we went live on here, from our Facebook group. So I've had, we've been having quite a few hangouts with him. So for him not to be around for a few months, I miss Santos.
Yeah.
But things are going on. He's had to move. He's not been very well. So yeah. But he's on Friday, so whoopee! There you go.
Yeah. It's gonna say the news of the universe.
I know, and do you know what? People for this party, they were going, well, what do you want me to talk about? And I'm thinking, no, presenting tonight. It's fun.
No, yeah, only fun, yeah. Celebration, 1 year. Yeah, setting up for next year. Foundation. Yeah. Learning, new people coming up.
Yeah, like you.
We have church.
Like you, Kosta.
It's a shame that the church didn't come on tonight.
Can I?
Yes.
Can I ask something? You was talking earlier about mind and ment and the manna from heaven. The milk and the honey.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that? Do you know when it is that it starts to move and travel around your body, up your spine?
Yes. When your moon sign
is in the sun.
is in, yes, the moon sign.
Sorry, yeah.
The moon, when the moon is
Say-
in the sign of your zodiac,
Yeah.
once a month, that's when it
Yeah.
starts. Yeah. And it's good to follow a procedure like fasting and praying and being positive and very good generally, the deeds, everything. So to manage to raise that the kundalini to open for the sacred secretion to come up to the Holy Land, it needs a lot of work. A lot of work. It's difficult, but it's worth it. It's worth doing it. Are you into this, Astral? Are you following, or
Yeah, I'm following it, yeah.
you're trying to do it?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I haven't done anything yet, but
It also needs a bit of like initiation. You need someone to
yeah,
help
this
you
is
out.
all a learning. It's still a
It's
learning,
a learning
experience,
yes.
you know.
It's a learning
Because
experience.
yeah, I mean, and
Also,
I know about it.
Don't you think this flat earth thing just brings out all the clever people? Very intellectual, clever people.
Yes, definitely.
You had your mind stretched, haven't you, Kosta, with all that
Crazy.
information, all that reading you've done? Kosta's head's about the size of a building now with information.
But it's not really, things happen to me. I have experiences, so it shows that it's on a good path. And I know that I can speak with people that understand me because where I work or with my wife and stuff. If I say this, they don't want to hear. It's like, oh no, he started again.
Oh, well, I think most of us get that, don't we?
Yeah.
Once you start reading all this stuff, it's like, I bet how many people in the chat room have eaten information and totally changed their mind about what they thought. And, it's a bit like, just everything moves on. But then you hit Santos.
Yeah. And boom. It's like,
yeah, boo.
Hey, you know what I was thinking yesterday? When was it? It was Sunday. I was at work, right? I was working in a care home. Just to share an experience with you. I think you understand me. And I was thinking about like the high priestess in ancient Greece. Even women, the women I told you last time, they were very high priestess. I mean, the knowledge they had, it must have been immense, and the words they knew, special energy words, how to manifest and all that. And to see the importance in the society in that time, they were, say, like the Pope is now, the Pope in the Vatican. That was their position. So very, very high respected individuals. But if you put one of them with the Pope to make a debate or something, it's like putting Santos with a 10-year-old to discuss. And even bigger. No comparison. They were very, very high. And at that point, I was going through a door just when I made this thought about the 10-year-old, Santos and the 10-year-old. And I was in a care home, elderly people and all that. And I opened a door to go to another room. And this boy, 10 years old, comes in front of me. Seriously. I was like, whoa. I mean, in a split second, they just opened the door. You never see kids, but probably a family member came to see his grandmother or something. But these things happen to me all the time. And I find it important. It's interesting. And I'm looking forward to new
Did you
experiences.
like all this at school, Kosta? Or is
At
this
school,
something that sort of
when I was at
hit
school,
come to you as an adult, or is this all this? Were you quite interested in stuff like this before, or is it something that's happening now?
no, it was basically after I finished the army, because I had to do the army back then. After 2 years, say I was 25, around there when I started. Yeah. Okay, but the thing is, when I was in school, I was listening to nice music. I think music helped me very much. Maybe music is the number one. That's why I'm following this. I mean, listening to Sex Pistols when I was 16, 18, 16. I mean, God Save the Queen, the fascist regime. I mean, those were powerful, powerful lyrics. It made you a moron, potential H-bomb. And I was looking, from that time. I could say from the lyrics. What they were singing, against all the system and all the punk movement and heavy metal. It was an eye-opener for me.
Yeah, I think. I think you're a bit surprised that it's this deep, aren't you? Really?
Yeah.
I kind of get that feeling that you're still eating and learning, but I don't think you realised how deep it was. It's been a bit of a shock.
No.
Not a shock?
I didn't. I didn't realize how deep it was. It was just a shock.
Yeah.
Once you're there, now the last 3.5 years I came to the UK, I'm learning more deeply. Yeah, before I was more on certain things, but now it's every day. I mean, educate yourself, education, know thyself.
Yeah, you seem to be quite a quiet man. You're probably just quite quiet.
Yes, I'm quiet. I'm kind of Piscean. I'm a fish. I stay myself.
There you go, Kosta. You know what they say in astrology? Pisces knows everything. So basically, someone will go da 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 da, and a Pisces will go, I know.
I know.
Is that right, isn't it?
Yeah,
I know.
Yes. That's what. My character is. That's my zodiac, and you see the zodiac manifesting. If you study a bit, you see the rest of the people that they have, according to the zodiac, they are these persons like the Geminis are very.
I'm a Gemini. I'm a Gemini.
Yeah, you see. You're an air sign. I was going to say that you're an air sign. Yeah, you have it. Air sign.
That's okay then. Yeah, I'm an air sign.
Yeah, you connect through the air. Words go out in the air. You have
communication.
Communication. Exactly. You see? Yeah. Exactly.
Astral. What sign are you? I've forgotten. There he is. You're muted, Buddha. You've got your microphone off.
Sagittarius.
Capricorn.
Capricorn. No.
What's that? Capricorn. That's Earth, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are very earthly, Astral. Astral's very down to earth.
Down to earth. Yes, Capricorn is good, like my daughter.
And I try and take my shoes off every day and my socks and walk on the grass. Or if I don't walk,
Patricia is a Gemini as well. Patricia's a Gemini, but me and her get on really well. There's always 4 of us, isn't there?
4 of you, yeah. Gemini, Castor, and Pollux. Castor, Pollux is in Greek mythology is very, very strong sign, Gemini. And also, who are the best Geminis? Like in the king's courtyard, they had this, making joking and all that, comedians. Yes.
right?
You know what I mean?
Jester, a court jester.
They just, yeah, they were making fun, isn't it? Those guys were making fun and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
Those were the best, the Geminis, and they were always on the side of the king. The king wanted them by their side. He was learning a lot from them.
That's strange that you should say that, actually, because my son's also Gemini, and he's a bit like that.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
They're playing always.
Lady Legs in the chat room says she's a Capricorn, and oh my goodness, to say some of these names, Carolid. He says hi family, and he says hi Astro. That was for you, Astral. He
Who's
says hi to
Astral?
you.
It's the
You.
astral thief.
To thief.
The astral thief. Yes.
Astral.
But yeah, hi. I'll do Astral's good. That's okay. It's all good. It's all good.
Thanks, Lady Legs. Obviously, another down-to-earth lady. But you know what, though? Astrology is a lot more deeper than that. I don't progress. I'm someone, I know lots of little bits about lots of stuff. So with astrology, you know, there's not just the star sign.
Yeah.
You need a birth chart, right, which is the 12 houses. And what most people don't realize is you're part of all the astrology chart, all of it, every star sign, because each of those houses means different things. I mean, there's health, then there's your rising sign, then there's the ones that I like the ones I like relationship, there's your sex life. There's 12 houses, and for each one of us. So for instance, your relationship life, mine's in Aries, but whoever's else is going to be wherever it is. So you're not just the star sign you're part of all.
Part of all that, yeah.
And what's really important is your rising sign, wherever you were born, that point, because your rising sign is how you project yourself to the world. So I'm a Gemini, but I've got Libra rising. And when I read up about Libra rising, it is so me. I like harmony and balance. There's so many things. And guess what, Kosta? I've got moon in Pisces. And an astrologer said to me, you poor thing. Because it's a bit like moon in Pisces are a bit like they have a net, a psychic net. They feel and see everything. Whoever's got moon in Pisces. You can find out your birth chart for free. You go to, I'll put it in the chat room. You can go to www.astro. Oh, what is it?
Astraltheme.com.
No, it's Astro.
You can do astrotheme.com. That'll do it. There's one called Skyscript as well. There's plenty of them. They're all over the place.
Astro. Oh my goodness, I can't remember what it is right now. Astro something.com it is. I can't put it in the chat room because I can't remember what it is. But you can go there and you can get free birth charts. I'll only give you a section of it because really they want you to buy the whole thing. But for me, if I see someone's birth chart, I look at their rising sign. I want to see where their moon sign is. I like their relationship sign and their sex. Even if I'm, like as a woman, man, doesn't matter. I want to see where their sex. I just do. Their sex. It just explains so much about somebody, let alone the rest of the astrology. What do you call it? The houses.
Karen, can you answer some questions then? If my moon is in Virgo, what does that mean?
You're very pernickety. Sorry, I've just seen in there that Billy Boy's a Virgo. Virgos are quite pernickety. And usually Virgos are very clean. My daughter's a Virgo. I think she'd have a bath every 10 minutes. And without sounding rude, because we're on a hangout here and there's people listening, but it says about Virgos after sex, don't be upset if they get washed straight away. They can't stand they'd have to get clean straight away. But it's nothing to do with not having a nice time with you. Yeah. I just know little bits about everything. But Virgos are quite pernickety about what they want in their life. And
Panic? What does it mean? Panic?
Well, it's a bit like what it might not bother any one of us, but it'll bother a Virgo, and they don't like it. They get panicky about those things they don't like, and one of them is usually being ultra clean.
Ultra clean, yeah.
OCD tendencies,
It
maybe.
depends what their rising sign is, doesn't it? That's what I'm saying. So you're not just the star sign; you're all the 12 houses. Your rising sign is so important. So it's worth looking up, even if you go and do it free. Get a free birth chart. Astro.com. It must be just astro.com. www.astro.com.
Astro.com. Okay.
That's it. It is. I meant to say it and I forgot it. www. And they do all sorts on there. They can put relationships together, your childhood. You can look at your birth chart, but they'll only give you a part of your birth chart because obviously they want you to buy it. Really. But they're still quite detailed. You'll still get a whole page to read, which you can print off.
I'm still waiting for Santos to do mine. Yeah. No, it is interesting. A lot of people believe in it. Definitely, I do. Without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
And you get people,
don't like astrology, do they? They see it as kind of evil.
You get
but
people,
it isn't.
You get people that will open the paper and they'll look in the newspaper and what's my star signs today? I mean, religiously they'll do that, and I've seen it so many times. No, it's not the same thing.
That's not the same thing.
But that is what it is. It's exactly what it is.
That's usually for the newspapers. That's some. Well, I don't know, but anyway, your
I
birth
think they
chart
are astrology, yeah, because they when they say that your sun is in Capricorn or and Jupiter's in Libra, that's going to have influence over in a
birth chart, right? You've got above and below, if you understand. If I do it like that, above is the masculine side of you, and usually not everybody's, but a lot of your stars, your sun sign will be on the outside in the masculine side. And then the bottom part is your inside yourself, and that's usually where your moon is. It's not always like that. It's not always. Sometimes it's the other way around, but most times people's moon will be in the bottom part. So yeah, and that's your inner self. That's more female, and your star sign is the more masculine side of yourself. And it's just it takes years to understand astrology. So my hat off, Santos. It's not something you can learn in 5 minutes. There's all these things, conjuncts, and there's just so many things in it, positive, negative. And for someone to read your chart, they would have had to. It takes a few years to learn astrology.
Yeah,
one thing I didn't understand. What's this P fortune? With like an earth sign. What's that about? What's that? I'd never understood that. Well, the book I was reading from, also it's in Danish, so. Some of the translations, it's an old book as well. It says P fortune. It has true nodes. I'm just looking here. True node. That's
seeing something very quickly, Astral. Jack Dean says he's a Cancer crab. Well, Cancer people are lovely, but once you upset them, they never forget. I wonder if Jack Dean's going to be on that one. You really upset a Cancer person, they never forget.
And the shapes, it does all the inside the circle, the lines, and it makes squares and triangles.
Yeah, squares and triangles. Yeah.
What's up? They can tell you from that, isn't it?
Yeah, and also if I think if something's squaring, it's not very good.
It's not very good. Yeah.
It's not very good, is it? No.
Yeah, conjunct is the same thing. That means a problem usually. There you go. Jack Dean says it's so true. See.
Cancer.
That's my daughter.
Yeah, like for instance, in astrology, there's 3 air signs. There's Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Well, Geminis are the noisiest.
Yes.
And then Aquariuses, they love people, but they don't mind being on their own as well.
But they're very rebellious.
And Librans are a bit quieter, and they like harmony and balance. Hey, we've got Matt Jerome in the chat room. Hi, Matt.
Matt. Oh, hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Hey.
Yeah, he's coming on the party on Friday.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And also, Judith sent me a little video of like she's taken picture upon picture of all the hangouts we've had. And later on, I'm gonna put Matt. He sent me a song today of him on his what do you call it? What does he do? His mouth organ. So he's playing. So I'm going to use that with Judith's pictures and make a little video later on. We are family. Yeah, it's very interesting.
Reggae.
It's a bit like it's almost like some of that stuff you've been talking about today. Because if you start getting into astrology, it becomes well, it's fascinating, astrology.
Yeah, it connects with everything.
Yeah, everything interlinks. I was just about to say that. Everything is connected without a
And
doubt.
what did Santos say? What did Santos say? It was through astrology he realized the Earth was flat.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
You see? Yes. It connects.
I mean, it wasn't something he hadn't been doing for a while, but he's realized that that's what astrology is telling you. The world is flat and we're on a flat plane and the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's because we've been forced into this Copernicus way of the universe, isn't it? Instead of, is it Ptolemy that?
Yeah, Ptolemy was.
Yeah, Ptolemy. Yeah.
Was the biggest one was astronomer of the time. Yeah.
Interesting, always.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It is. I haven't got any astrology books up here. They're all downstairs somewhere. You know, you do these things, and you know, I've got quite a few tarot decks, and people are frightened of tarot. There's nothing to be frightened of with tarot. It only tells you the now. That's it.
You know that the Torah, the Torah that the Bible, the Old Testament, is called the Torah, yeah, in Hebrew.
The Hebrew, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It comes from the tarot cards. That's where it comes from.
I think sometimes as well, a lot of people, we're doing this, we're learning about astrology. Once you've learned what you've learned, you've learned what you've learned. But it's because we're learning who we are. As we've got older, we start learning more about who we are, and we learn it through astrology or whatever, whichever way you do it. You know, I don't really do my decks anymore, but I've done tarot and stuff. So you learn it about yourself through these things. There you go. And Matt's through numerology. And Matt also does many drawings, which I can see all over his Facebook. And Jones is in the chat room. Hey.
Yeah, good evening to all in the chat room, I was just about to say, but hi everybody, yeah.
Yeah. And on Friday, we'll all be together. I really hope this is going to work out on Friday. Biggest challenge I've had to have done is on Friday.
How many people can be on the panel at the same time?
Hang on a minute. Ditra's just replied to me today, so that's another one to go on. But let's have a look. We've got 8 times 8. About 65, but don't forget, each time 3 of them will be me and Astral and Patricia as we move along. But
3 and 3.
8 or 9 per hangout.
Yeah. That's good. That's fair enough.
I mean, if they all came on for their allotted times, we'd be on for 24 hours.
Well.
But it's good that we're all coming together, isn't it? One second.
Spread the word.
Message. Yeah. Astral's got to go to sleep soon. We've been going for about 2.5 hours. Do you think that's almost enough today, Kosta?
Yeah, of course. Me too. I have to go to sleep. I'm working tomorrow. It was good talking with you guys. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Because, like I say, it's easy for us, but you know, it's much harder when you're actually doing it yourself, doing a presentation. It's different, isn't it, Kosta?
Yes, different.
Plus, when you do it in a language that isn't your own, you know. So well done, Kosta.
And after, I hope I solved your queries about the money thing, the row of flow, cash flow, and all that. I think it's more clear now. Did you get it more in your mind, or you need more about it?
Sorry, what was that?
I want to be the opposite, where I don't want to have money. I don't wish that we had money. I want, you know, a life without money. It's not a necessity in that sense. We need to get away from that thought and way of life, you know. This has been conned. We've been conned into this.
Yes.
That's why it's called a con, isn't it? Because we're consumering. We're consumers. That's all we do.
Yeah.
And they connive us with their trickery.
How to stop this? How to abandon?
Don't use money. Just burn up every penny that you find. You know. Just burn it all up. Burn it.
No, we have to do something.
I know that Matt will agree in the chat room, but we're making these spells and we don't realise what we're really saying half the time.
That's a question for you there, Kosta. Spelling in Greek.
Orthographia.
And if you break that word down, etymology.
Ortho means correct or truth. Truth has the thu inside. Ortho, correct. Graphia, grapho, writing.
Yeah.
It's correct writing.
Okay.
It's not so like too much to break down. It's easy.
No, but like
spelling, I don't know where spelling comes from.
Yeah, it's not in the same little pot, is it? Spelling, like a spell, magic spell.
Yes. No? Maybe it's deliberately they use this kind of words. I believe.
Yeah, because it is all linked, definitely. Yeah. We were talking before about the 5 senses. You were talking that we have 7 chakras, and I believe that we had 7 senses, you know, or we do have, you know, because we have intuition as well, right? Yeah. And we have also, what's it called when you, psychics, I can't think of it.
Psychic.
Yeah, psychic, that's it. So if you take the 5 senses plus the 2 more, then we've got 7, so we're back to 7 again, you know. And I think it is all to do with these magical numbers. 7 days of the week. Yeah.
Yeah, the 777 reincarnations. First is 666. We have to pass. That's why there's the second. What is it called? The last part of the Bible. Revelation.
Genesis. Oh, Revelation. So yeah, Genesis. Yeah, here's the last part at the beginning.
We're getting tired. Yeah. Revelation was given to John by a Neoplatonist. Okay, it's not by an angel. He told him, no. It's by a Neoplatonist. It's all Neoplatonic. All that what's saying inside, all the numbers and all that. It's all Neoplatonic. In the 666, basically, we have to pass all these reincarnations so many times to pass from our material self. You know, to get rid of the animal instincts we have inside, throw everything down, and then start rising to go up to the 777. We have all these reincarnations. We are coming and going, coming again. Not one life, and that's it. And after we go, yes, we're going to heaven or hell. No, it's not like that. If it was only one time, we wouldn't be talking now. That's what's been taken out from the Bible. It was in the Bible and they took it out, the rebel tree. Yeah, people should look into these things. Yeah, I'm sorry to...
Yeah, and once you do, it's down a rabbit hole.
Yes. Yeah, but Deuteronomy, I was reading a bit of Deuteronomy today. Wow, very hard book, very hard parts. It's saying if you go to a village and they are like adoring idols, they have false gods, burn them down, burn their idols, burn their churches, and bring everybody in the middle of the village and burn them all together, so they disappear from the face of the earth. Yeah, this is what God is telling to Moses. It's tough, but actually it's not literal. It's your idol inside, your idol. What is our number one idolatry? If you see it now in the world today, what is the number one that we all worship, basically, in a sense? Money.
That's the globe life, though, isn't it? The globe and money.
The globe and money. Yeah, yeah.
Flat plane, more spiritual. The truth.
The truth.
But
the truth.
The global life is all about money.
Yes.
Thing is, you need money in a sense, but unfortunately, money seems to be much more important than the people.
Well, actually, we don't need money at all. But there's plenty of food in every field, on every tree. There's plenty of food everywhere. I mean, it's only because of capitalists that we're in this situation, because of greed.
But we've got it now. We won't just be able to get rid of money.
No, of course, we can't just do that. But if, you know, I mean, we've spoke about this before, that, you know, if we were to say, can I swap your piece of bread for do me a favor kind of thing, you know, and we can do this like bartering. I mean, I know it's simple, it's primitive. Maybe that's the way that we need to.
Surely if we live together, like family, communities, the whole community would have been helping.
It's a community. Yeah, it's a community thing, exactly. Because we never even thought about this. We never thought, what, say tomorrow we wake up and there's no money. How do we get about it? Do you ever think about that? We have to put it down. It's a whole series of things that's going to happen. So, well, what about the house? I'm going to own the house I live in. Do I have to work? I mean, I just go there. I'm a chef. I just go there to help cooking for other people for nothing. Yes, but then if I want to go to the doctor as well is the same with me. It means that what you do it because you love it. Not just for the money. The same goes for everybody. So even if we work much less hours, we can be much more happy. Everybody, imagine if you don't have any bills to pay, any transport, free energy will come up. I think that's what's called keeping us down.
Yeah, Pat's put money is an unnatural substance. It's monopoly money.
It's monopoly. It's monopoly.
Monopoly money. Yeah, Astral says he's got to go.
Yeah. Okay. Me too.
But I mean, I've really enjoyed that, Kosta, and
thank you.
like I said, you're turning into a teacher now, a philosopher.
Philosopher? No. Far from it.
Okay then, but thank you very much for showing us that. And
no, you're welcome. Anytime. If you have any other words, or if the chat room wants to ask something, let me know. We can analyze a few words or anything that somebody wants to know. I'm happy to do it anytime.
Oh well, you've already got a date with Marilyn.
Oh yeah. I nearly forgot. Okay.
Yeah. See that, Kosta?
So,
Anyway, thank you to everybody in the chat room. I'm sorry, I'm also a little bit tired, like I said, because I stayed up talking to Mike Helmick and Bling Bling till, oh God, about 4 or 5 o'clock this morning. But thank you to everybody in the chat room. And we're back on Thursday with Ladies' Night. And then, of course, on Friday, we have the party. So I'll be seeing everybody. But thanks, Kosta. Thanks, Astral. And it's good night from us. And see you Thursday, everybody.
Bye, Astral. Bye, Karen.
Chat room. Bye, everybody.